Hello, welcome to my channel.
Hey everyone, Olile here, and hold on to your hats because today we're diving headfirst into the wacky, the wild, and the downright unbelievable. That's right, folks. We're talking about history's weirdest moments, the ones that make you question everything you thought you knew about the past. From avian armies to exploding whales, we're covering it all. You see, history isn't just dates and dusty textbooks. It's a treasure trove of bizarre tales and head-scratching events that are stranger than fiction. So get ready to have your mind blown, because we're about to embark on a journey through some of the most peculiar happenings in human history. And trust me, you won't want to miss a single second. All right, let's kick things off with a bang, or rather a squawk. Picture this: 1932, Western Australia. Farmers are facing a formidable foe: emus. These giant birds, thousands strong, are wreaking havoc on crops. The solution? Declare war. The Australian government sent in troops armed with Lewis machine guns to combat these feathered fiends. And so began the Great Emu War, a battle for the ages. Spoiler alert, it didn't go well for the humans. The emus, with their superior speed and agility, outmaneuvered the soldiers. The soldiers retreated, defeated, and the emus continued their reign of terror. The Great Emu War serves as a hilarious reminder that history is full of surprises. So buckle up, because we're just getting started. From feathered foes to footloose frenzies, our next stop takes us to Strasbourg, 1518. Imagine a city gripped by an uncontrollable urge to dance, a dance marathon that lasted weeks. This was the dancing plague. It all started with a woman named Frau Trofea, who took to the streets and started dancing with an intensity that would put a Zumba instructor to shame. Soon, hundreds joined in, their bodies moving uncontrollably. They danced with such fervor that they collapsed from exhaustion, suffering heart attacks, strokes, and even death. Doctors were baffled. Was it mass hysteria? A bizarre form of epilepsy? Theories abounded, but the cause remains a mystery. Some speculate it was ergot poisoning, a fungus that can cause hallucinations and spasms. Others believe it was a mass psychogenic illness triggered by stress and anxiety. Whatever the cause, the dancing plague stands as a chilling reminder that sometimes our own bodies can become our worst enemies. Next up, we're heading to the shores of Oregon, where an explosive discovery is about to make a big splash. The year was 1970, and the coastal town of Florence, Oregon, was about to witness one of the most bizarre events in maritime history: the exploding whale. It all started with a deceased sperm whale that washed ashore. Officials decided that the best course of action was to blow it up. The explosion sent blubber and whale guts flying through the air, covering onlookers, cars, and even a nearby building. The blast was so powerful that it rained whale chunks for blocks. The exploding whale became an instant legend, a testament to the unpredictable nature of, well, nature. It's a story that's as hilarious as it is cautionary. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to enter the realm of the truly bizarre. Fasten your seatbelts as we journey back to the 9th century for the tale of the Cadaver Synod. Our story centers around Pope Formosus, who, in death, would face a trial more befitting of a horror movie than a holy conclave. Formosus had made some enemies during his papacy, and when he died in 896, his successor, Pope Stephen VI, decided to settle some old scores. Formosus's corpse was exhumed, dressed in full papal regalia, and propped up on a throne. A deacon was appointed to answer for the deceased pontiff. The charges? Perjury, violating canon law, and ambition. The trial was a sham, with Stephen VI acting as judge, jury, and executioner. Formosus was found guilty, his papacy declared null and void, and his body was tossed in the Tiber River. The Cadaver Synod remains one of the most bizarre and gruesome events in papal history. Get ready to have your minds blown, folks, because we're about to dive into the world of flower power. This is Tulip Mania, a period in 17th century Holland when the price of tulip bulbs soared to astronomical heights. Imagine a world where a single tulip bulb could fetch the price of a mansion in Amsterdam. Tulip Mania was a time when these colorful blooms became more valuable than gold. It all started with tulips arriving in Europe from Turkey in the 16th century. Their exotic beauty captivated the Dutch elite, and soon owning these rare flowers became a status symbol. As demand grew, so did the prices, creating a speculative bubble. In 1637, the market crashed, sending the price of tulips plummeting. Tulip mania stands as a cautionary tale about the dangers of speculation. All right, history buffs and beer enthusiasts, this one's for you. Today we're traveling back to 1814 London, where a catastrophic brewery accident turned the streets into rivers of beer. The Horseshoe Brewery, home to a massive vat containing over 135,000 gallons of fermenting porter, experienced a catastrophic failure. The vat burst, unleashing a tidal wave of beer onto the unsuspecting streets of St. Giles. The flood resulted in 8 tragic deaths, a sobering reminder that even the most delicious disasters can have devastating consequences. In the aftermath, the brewery faced financial ruin. The London beer flood stands as a testament to the unexpected consequences of industrial accidents. Hold your noses, everyone, because we're about to delve into one of the smelliest chapters in history, the Great Stink of 1858. Imagine a stench so foul, so potent, that it could knock you off your feet. That was the Great Stink, a toxic cocktail of sewage, industrial waste, and decaying matter that transformed the Thames into a festering cesspool. For years, London had been dumping its waste into the river, but with the city's rapidly growing population, the situation had reached a tipping point. The summer of 1858 brought a heat wave that exacerbated the stench, turning the Thames into an open sewer. The Great Stink forced the government to finally address the city's sanitation crisis, leading to the construction of a modern sewer system. It's a story that proves that even the most unpleasant chapters in history can have a silver lining. Get ready for a tale that's sure to perk you up. Today, we're exploring the legendary origins of coffee. This story takes us back to ancient Ethiopia, where legend has it that coffee was discovered by a goat herder named Kaldi and his flock of very energetic goats. Kaldi noticed his flock acting unusually frisky after munching on berries from a particular tree. These weren't your average berries. These were caffeine-infused power berries. Legend has it that Kaldi sampled the berries himself and experienced a similar burst of energy. He shared his discovery with local monks, who decided to brew a drink from the berries. The beans, roasting in the fire, released an intoxicating scent that drew the monks back in. They brewed a new batch, paying more attention to the roasting process, and voila, coffee as we know it was born. So, the next time you're sipping your morning cup of joe, raise a toast to Kaldi and his four-legged friends. Hold on to your toasters, everyone, because we're about to delve into a dark chapter in American history, the ban on sliced bread. In 1943, the U.S. government decided to ration sliced bread. Sliced bread was a symbol of convenience and modernity, but in the midst of World War II, convenience was a luxury the government felt it couldn't afford. The official reason for the ban? To conserve resources. Sliced bread required wax paper to keep it fresh, and wax paper was needed for the war effort. The ban was met with outrage and ridicule. Newspapers ran headlines like, "Government slices loaf of American life," and housewives were up in arms. The ban was short-lived, lasting only a few months, but it remains a testament to the sometimes bizarre decisions made in the name of wartime rationing. So the next time you're enjoying a piece of toast, take a moment to appreciate the brief, strange period when sliced bread was considered a threat to national security. And get ready for a tale that's sure to make you bark with laughter. Today we're journeying back to 1925 for the War of the Stray Dog, a conflict so absurd that it could only have sprung from the annals of history. Our story takes place on the border of Greece and Bulgaria, two nations already on edge after a series of border skirmishes. Enter our unlikely protagonist, a stray dog. This canine decided to cross the border from Greece into Bulgaria. A Greek soldier chased the canine across the border and shot it. The Bulgarians, witnessing the canine casualty, demanded an apology and reparations from the Greeks. The Greeks refused, sparking a diplomatic standoff that quickly spiraled out of control. The League of Nations eventually intervened, forcing a ceasefire and averting what could only be described as the silliest war in history. The War of the Stray Dog serves as a hilarious reminder that even the most trivial events can have unintended consequences. Well, folks, there you have it. 10 of the weirdest, wildest, and most unbelievable events in history. From exploding whales to dancing plagues, history is chock full of stories that are as entertaining as they are enlightening. So the next time you're feeling like history is boring, remember these bizarre tales. Remember the emu that outsmarted an army, the pope who was put on trial after death, and the stray dog that nearly sparked a war. History is anything but dull. It's a tapestry woven with threads of humor, absurdity, and the unexpected. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more mind-blowing content, and let me know in the comments which story you found the most unbelievable. Thanks for watching!
Please click like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Thanks.